Why is there always something? There always is something. My mic should be working now. For some reason it wants to always default to my speakers. And I can't really talk out of my speakers, so thank you, OBS. Anyways, welcome everybody. It's early. Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here. Let me know what time it is where you are. Back on the early mornings Friday streams. So, welcome in everybody. All my technical issues are mostly worked out, clearly. I've got some to still work through, but my capture card decided it should die, and or my monitor. I don't really know. It's a lot of things. Technology is hard, but I got all of that sorted out. Couldn't stream last weekend because just a lot of that. So it's all working again, and then I had to like color calibrate a monitor. Anyways, we're here. We're here now. That's all that matters. And then of course I was sick the prior week. And I hope you're all doing well. I can't believe it's already, like, we're already a week into December. It doesn't feel like that. I had to put my December graphics up. It was crazy. But we're working on Yoann Turpin's artwork today. I did share it with Yoann, just to get some feedback. Yoann loved it, as per usual. Yoann is so supportive. Yoann's a great guy. If you get a chance, go and support Yoann's music. I've got links in the description just below this video if you want to go check out Yoann's Bandcamp and SoundCloud and everything like that. So, ooh, yeah, Barbara, you're an hour earlier than me in Central Time. It's 7:06 there, yeah. Stian, welcome. And then Oliver is later. Oliver is 1 p.m. I wish it was 1 p.m. I would be more awake by then, but... Alright, let's switch over. How you doing, Barbara? Barbara, was it you over on YouTube when I was live with Maggie earlier this week, who was talking about Chicago pizza? I don't know if you got to see my comment, because it was a bit late, but I told you that Chicago is the best style of pizza. So, yes, of course. But I think we might have talked about Chicago pizza before on the stream. There are actually two types of Chicago pizza, and that is the, I believe what popular culture is calling tavern style. I've never heard it called that, but it's like the thin crust. I've heard it sometimes called cracker crust pizza. And then there's the, the notorious deep dish pizza, which is more like a pie than a pizza. So, let me know. I'm gonna do a pop-out chat here. Alright. So what's the plan for today? Oh, Uno's, yeah. What's the plan for today? We're gonna be working on some... I'm still not, like, in love with the, let me hide this, because I'm not ready for this yet. I'm still not in love with, what was this? Oh, there's smoke down there. Okay. Hold on. I need to get reacquainted with this file. I'm still not in love with the background clouds, so talk me out of adding more detail to them, because otherwise I'm going to. I just feel like they need a little something. Stan says, I looked at a recipe for the pie pizza. Do you mean pan pizza or pie pizza? And all I could think was I would burn my mouth. There's also, not to go on a whole tangent about Chicago, there's actually a place in Chicago that does like a pizza... Oh gosh, what do they call it? It's like in a bowl and they flip it over. I think it's called a pizza pot pie. So you like the Chicago style one? Yeah. The you mean the you probably mean the like deep dish pizza, yeah. Anyways, pizza chat for you. Early morning pizza chat. 8 a.m. pizza chat. I'm just gonna add some detailing in. Like I said, talk me out of this. Because I'm not like totally in love with what I've got here, so I figured I would just add some more. Just a little something. Is it folded pizza calzone? Yes. Although I know that like New York style is like typically eaten folded. So I suppose you could make an argument or a case for that as well. I don't know. What do you think? Kind of like it. Adds a little bit more. And you know what I think I want to try with this, and this was brought up on the stream with Maggie. If you missed that stream, that's why we're talking about pizza. Go check it out. Maggie was a blast to host, and I don't say that lightly. She was really a lot of fun. I should say I don't say that about everybody. There we go. We'll do a little smooth, just to clean up some of the edges. Ooh, Stian says, am I gonna get banned from chat for saying I prefer stone oven baked Italian? No, there's actually a couple places here. I like all food, in case you didn't know. Obviously I'm a Chicagoan at heart, and so Chicago style pizza. I like the thin cracker crust style Chicago pizza. I also like deep dish pizza though. I also like New York style. I also like Detroit style. There's really not a pizza I don't like, is really what we're getting at. But there are a couple places that do a oh, I lost my train of thought. Like a wood-fired pizza, a really hot oven, and those are really good. The only downside, the only issue I take with those style of pizzas is that they tend to be pizzas that you have to eat like immediately, because if you let them wait at all, you can't you have to get it and eat it there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a pizza that you can buy and take somewhere. It's you gotta just you have to commit to it. You know what I mean? It's not a pizza you can take on the road. So I'm kind of tempted to do. I think we messed around with this a little bit last time, but now I've had some time away from it, so I'm kind of tempted to do a slight offset. Arshia, let me know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I've seen you in the chat a couple of times on Adobe Live. But welcome to my stream. It's nice to have you. I'm just gonna try and see how this looks. I'm actually gonna hold down Alt or Option, which lets me make a compound path. And then I can go in and adjust this. I can adjust the two shapes. I'll show you what I mean. Now I've got a compound path. You can see I've still got my two shapes active, so I can kind of move them around and reposition them. And then maybe let's scale it down a little bit. Anybody have any good plans for the weekend? Let me know. Arshia? I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. I was pronouncing Stian's name wrong for the longest time, so I'm sorry about that, Stian. I'm probably still not 100% getting it right, but I do try. Stian says my favorite is a white Italian pizza with beef, pineapple. Yes, pineapple is great on pizza. Manchego, Parmesan cheese, Béarnaise sauce. Isn't Béarnaise sauce also a white sauce? And walnuts. That is a crazy, crazy pizza. There's just a lot of different toppings and different flavors going on. I don't really bother it. Or I don't really mind it. It doesn't really bother me. But I don't my brain can't make sense of what that would taste like. To be honest with you. There's just a lot going on there. Although it kind of reminds me of the Brazilian pizzas, which also have a lot of crazy toppings. They put hard-boiled eggs on top and stuff. So yeah. No tomatoes. Barbara, you're not a fan of tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes that are not cooked. I cannot eat a raw tomato. And that breaks Corey's heart. I don't know if Corey's watching, but it breaks his heart that I do not like raw tomatoes. I can only eat them cooked. If I have a BLT, the tomato has to be sauteed or cooked. I don't like a raw tomato. And Oliver also likes pineapple on pizza. We've got 2 pineapple on pizza. You know, I don't think I've ever gone out of my way to have pineapple on pizza. I feel like you could get away with it if you were doing like a barbecue pizza. Like if you had like barbecue as the sauce, or like a teriyaki. I don't know, something like that. I don't know how I feel about it with the tomatoes. Maybe it works with the white sauce. But I honestly don't think I've even had... I can't have an opinion on pineapple on pizza because I don't think I've even had it on pizza before, to be totally honest with you. I don't think I've done it before. I do like pineapple. I am a pineapple person. In general. How do we feel? Too much? Up a little bit. Just trying to add a little something. I don't know. I'm gonna go with it for now. You love raw tomatoes, Arshia. Yeah, I mean I think a lot of people do. It's just, I don't know why. I've never been able to get into them. It's like the other thing that I've never been able to get into that I really wish I could like, because I feel like every time it's oatmeal. Spoiler alert. Oatmeal is another one of those things that like, it smells so good, and like I want to like oatmeal for that reason, but I can't. Every time I taste it, I'm like, this is just wet cardboard, and I'm not here for it. I can't get into it. Now that being said, I do like there are other things like cocoa wheats. There's one that's like they have in like, I think it's like Filipino. There's like a Filipino one. I think it might be rice. That's good. Oatmeal, I can't do it. I can't do oatmeal. I don't like the texture, and it smells so good. Like it smells like cinnamon, and it smells like breakfast dessert, which, I mean, right up my alley, right? But I cannot oatmeal. I don't like oatmeal. I just don't. I don't like it. My brain can't do it. I'm gonna do this again. I'm actually gonna just go ahead and make it right off the bat. And then we'll find it. Oat porridge cooked on the fattest milk is great. Yeah, that's what I mean. Oat porridge, oatmeal. I don't like oatmeal. I don't. It's just, and I want to, because it seems like great. It seems like it would be really good. But my brain just goes wet cardboard immediately. It smells good. Texturally, I can't do it. That looks better, I think. You made it so much as a student. Yes, because it's one of those things. It's like cheap. It's like cheap and smells good and looks good, and it's like I want to like it, but it's like a combination of it's. I'm also not a big fan of like if I have a bowl of like cereal, like cold cereal, just like in a bowl with milk. I have to eat it like immediately. It's another one of those things that like I cannot stand when cereal gets like saturated with milk. I don't like it. So these are like my welcome to Food Chat, where I tell you all my weird food quirks. I just don't like it. But that's what it reminds me of. Oatmeal is like if somebody took a bowl of cereal and let it sit for too long and then microwaved it. That's what I always say. Like, that's why I can't get into it. And trust me, I want to. I want to like oatmeal. But my brain is like, you don't like this. You don't really like this. You want to, but you don't really. Okay, now I have to find where I put these guys. Soggy cereal is the worst. Yes, I 100% agree with you there. Oh, I just realized I didn't actually finish any of the bottom part of this. So I might want to do that, huh? I also need to start thinking about fonts. I know we have to deal with like the scaffolding situation, but I don't want the fonts, I don't want the type to get lost, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me think about what I want to do here with the rocket boosters. Alright, let's go here. Should I have them like connect in some way, similar to how I had these kind of connect? Or is it okay that they're just kind of behind? I do think I want to add like some shapes coming down with like a glow on it or something. I might want to get rid of, I don't know that I want 2 of these. We'll see. I'll just like have this be taller. And I'm gonna also add, I'm gonna round it out. Did anybody catch? I only got to catch a little bit of it yesterday. There was I think it was Val and somebody else. I only got to catch a little bit of it, but they were doing like some holiday illustrations. I remember the guest like drawing out like a shape like this, and it made me think of that. Very nice. Nesreen, welcome. Yeah, if you're new to the chat, go ahead and say hi. We're working on some artwork for Yoann Turpin. The Yoann lets me stream the music in the background that you're hearing is from Yoann, so you can find links to Yoann's work in the description of the video if you want to go check that out and give him some support. I do think I need a reference for like rocket boosters, because I don't want to like be guessing. Let's see. Rocket. And I'm not gonna like, I just want to get like a general sense. You know what I mean? Okay, so definitely round. I once drew a series of space illustrations for National Geographic about colonizing Mars. Fun fact about me. I loved working with Nat Geo, but that was in a past life or a past job. If anybody has any connections, can get me in. I would love to work with them again. Since I did have a blast. Let's go with yellow. No pun intended. Alright, I think I'm gonna let these kind of... I think I'm gonna do a clipping mask on these. Let's see. To deal with the ends. So I'm just gonna let them come off a little bit. And then I wanna do like probably 2 on the bottom here. There we go. Alright, and then for this part, I'm actually going to make a shape that's merged. And then I'm going to paste another copy of it on top. And I'm just going to make this a little bit. You imagine they have many fun projects. It was just, they were a very good, like, they were a good client in that they, like, really trusted their artists. And so I really enjoyed that. Ooh, we should probably add a little bit of, let's do this. Let's go with the yellow. Maybe like a 50, and I'll use opacity. I want to keep that like warm light that we've got going on. It's not like super noticeable if you look at like the colors side by side, but actually I probably should have just copied that and do this. Let's put this in again. go. It's nice to kind of hassle when you have to explain every detail of the project to a client. Yeah, I get, but also just the sense that, like, so, you know, for those of you who don't know, in my past life, I always hate using the past tense. I was a medical illustrator. And so, I have a lot of thoughts about that industry as a whole, but it was more that, there's not a lot of creative freedom. You kind of get told, like, we're gonna draw this thing. I don't know. And you just kind of have to repeat what was done in the past, kind of a thing. That makes any sense. Jan says, just a few weeks ago, I got the response, we don't like this at all. And it's so tiring to figure out what they don't like and when that's their response. Yeah. Yeah. Or when they just don't care and want you to just draw things, render things so that they're out of copyright. That's mostly what I had to deal with. Is that they're not just an interesting industry. Let's take all of this, actually. Although I only need, take this. I'm gonna merge these. It's the darker color. Move this down a little bit so I can see it. You can see kind of what I'm trying to do here, which is add a slight shadow to those. Yeah. Let's add to here to here. We'll see how far I'm gonna let this come down. We'll see. Let's go. Gradient. I haven't added a ton of gradients to this, but I want to have it kind of fade off, so that's the logic there. Hello Dennis, welcome. If anybody has any questions about what I'm doing or just in general, go ahead and feel free to ask. I'm happy to go over anything. Any questions you might have. Sam says, I just run with, I don't care if you use it, manager's name. I ordered this. Oh, manager's name ordered this, so it's up to her. She was quiet after that. Yeah. What was the old way? Printing a ton of letter stock and writing it by hand? The old way? What are we talking about? Stian?
Having conversation.
About what?
About what Steven's talking about.
Oh. I missed something. Oh! I had to scroll up. Stian was saying the worst was when... Oh my gosh, chat is so busy. The worst was when the meeting presented a Word template and how to use it, and this elderly woman asked why I made this, and she would bother using it because old was better. Oh yeah, I've dealt with that a lot before. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm adding white, and oh, you know what? I didn't add a copy. Putting a copy behind this so that this stands out a little bit more. And I'm just gonna pull this all the way down. I'm gonna make this a little bit shorter. And then we'll do one more. And I'm kind of thinking I'll make this... Let's see how it looks with that little pop of red in there. Oh, wrong way. Little hint of red. Kind of like that. And then I'm going to copy this one more time and make like a thinner strip. Something like that. Just kind of trying to blend that in a little bit more. Both of those at the same time. Go. Okay. That looks a little bit better. Looks a little bit more incorporated. Tangiel, let me know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Welcome, hello. Tangiel's asking how I'm doing. I'm doing good. It's early here. Let me know how you're doing. Where you're joining from. Stan says, I learned later that day that the IT department called her the dragon. Ooh, whoo! Because she refused to learn new things and was always a huge Karen. Why the dragon makes her sound like epic though? Like I that's not like a if somebody told me their nickname was the dragon, I would think, well, I mean I might be a little intimidated, but I wouldn't think I wouldn't think that was a bad nickname at all. Yeah, Corey disagrees with me. Oh, I lost my little stripy stripes. Where'd those go? And I accidentally... Oh man, I'm making a mess of things. Let's grab this. Make sure this is in here. I don't know how that got lost. And then I lost... Where's my little stripes? I can re-add them. It's just kind of annoying. I lost them. Maybe because they wanted to slay the dragon, I don't know. I don't know where those went. I'm gonna add them. Maybe we'll go this pure yellow for those. Just gonna connect those two elements. Okay. Maybe because I want to slay the dragon. Yeah. I just accidentally put them behind. I did. There they are. I accidentally put them behind. Alright. That's better. And let's make sure. I want these to be that yellow. Stronger yellow. What's my worst client in history and how to deal with them? Oh god. That's a great question. I honestly probably have to think about that. Let me think about that while I work. Oh, I do know who my worst client was, and Corey probably knows too. Are you laughing because you know? Oh god. I wasn't, honestly, no, that wasn't where I was gonna go first. But now that you say it, yeah, absolutely, that was the worst client I ever had to deal with. Yeah, okay, so I have 2 for you. Surprise! And I feel like I need that, that meme. Have you seen, okay, tangent before we get into my worst client and how I dealt with them. Have you seen the surprise thing? That everybody's putting it, like, it's a TikTok and Instagram thing. It's like a video thing, right? You know, like, when people take, like, a clip and they, like, key out the background and they, like, overlay it and they play the music. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, there's a new one going around that's just a lady who's like, surprise, surprise. You haven't seen that one? Oh my god, it's so funny. But I felt like saying that there. Good job, Jack. Thank you, Tangiel. Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name right, because I feel like I'm not. And I feel bad. Anyways, on to the story. Let's do a little hint of red. Am I pulling colors from a different color palette? I think I am. I think we need to use pink. My story about worst client ever. I would say that. Make sure I've got everything fixed. Make sure I've got everything fixed here. Anyways. Was, like, I think you might have heard Corey in the background say, like, a local government organization, because I did a lot of those sites. And I will tell you that, like, okay, I always try to, like, even when I have, like, the worst client ever story, right? There's always something you can learn about the experience. At least that's how I try to approach it. So I should have taken it as a red flag that they didn't want any, they didn't want certain stakeholders involved in the decision-making process on this site. And they also, didn't really have any, where did this go? I'm having a time. We will get to my story. And this is probably, like, painful for everyone. Like, I'm telling the world's slowest story. Anyways, I should have taken it as a red flag that they didn't want any other stakeholders involved. And I would say that... And that they didn't really have any clear idea of, like, what they wanted. They just wanted a new website that, like, looked good, which is also kind of a red flag. Like, okay, well, you know, there were larger content issues at hand that were kind of, like, out of my control, and also not really considered within the scope of the project. This was, like, a project I did at the place I was working at, and so I didn't really have any. It was just kind of a project that was dumped on me, and I didn't really have any control over, like, I didn't have the full. We didn't have the full picture on the project and the actual needs of the project until we kind of got into it, and so that the long story short is that we tried to build something that we thought served the needs, and, like, we restructured the site to be a lot easier to navigate for the general public, but there were a lot of politics involved when it comes to, like, local government, I guess. And how do you feel about that? You know, let's pick some fonts while I talk. Let me take a look at some of these. And a lot of people got their, I don't know, Am I explaining this right? I don't know how else to say it other than that, like, there were other politics involved, and a lot of people that also didn't want to change their ways, like, similar to what you were saying, Stian, in that, like, they literally, some of them just started copying and pasting HTML code straight into the page templates that we made, trying to anyways, right? Because they didn't want to be bothered to, like, put things in using the new system that we built, and then we had people complain, like, the higher-ups complaining that the site didn't look good. Well, you know, we built a site that was meant to pass a certain level of accessibility, and then you had people just dumping whatever in, and they're like, well, so-and-so wants to add this to the site. Can you let them? Well, yeah, sure we can, but we don't have any control over any of that content anymore. Regardless, it was a lot of that. It was a lot of, like, the people in charge didn't want to take ownership of or control over the content and didn't really want to be bothered with any of that. But they also didn't like when the, you know, content creators putting things in made pages that looked bad. It was a whole mess. So actually, I probably can let me just make a copy of this and hide it. So this is, my first thought is Briar. Since it kind of matches, but it might be hard to read. And welcome, Katarina. Katarina saying, I don't know for client, but maybe the nominee for Jack's most bothersome coworker. Oh no, not by a long shot, Katarina. Not by a long shot. Which gets into my second story. And I can get back to the other one, but my second story was the worst client I worked for was actually one of my coworkers who thought she was the client. We did eventually get fired from that job. So, Sean, that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, I think that some people can't, like, separate. That's why I think it's important to work for. I certainly don't like production work, but I think that it teaches you to, like, disconnect from your work. You know, it's not personal kind of a thing, like, not taking it personally. In a way that's important, and you can always tell when somebody hasn't done that work. They haven't, like, learned to separate themselves from the work that they do for clients, because they make decisions that you know are for the good of the client, kind of a thing, and you can tell that somebody is, you know, you can tell the level of experience somebody has and how they can manage that sort of situation. When a client asks for something that's not a good decision, but you, like, find a way to, like, compromise on it, or you find a way to, like, bring let the client get to that decision on their own. I kinda like this one too. I feel like this one works with the feeling though. Sean saying hi. Hi, Sean. Are you saying hi to Jack, or have you been hijacked? Also, hello. I kinda like both of these. I just want to make sure that they're legible. I feel like we can make this one work. Let's keep going, though. I'm just looking at fonts currently that are on my computer. I haven't, like, gone to Adobe Fonts or anything like that. I think we might have used this one before. Corrado, welcome! I haven't seen you in so long. I've seen you in the sense that, like, I've seen you on Behance streaming a lot lately. But I haven't actually seen you in the chat in a while. I hope you're doing well. I don't know, is Briar too much? When you pick a font at the beginning that you really like, and then you convince yourself that you need to keep looking. Come on. No, I don't like that one very much. I just don't like some of the characters. It's not gonna work if I can't change that S. I like how volume looks. I'm just not a fan of the top part. How am I, Jack? I'm doing good. Did you lose the speaker towers? No, not yet. I wanted to go back and like figure out what I wanted to do with the type. I also added some stuff to the I had some more details to the clouds. This was another decision that maybe I could get your feedback on chat. The stars. Do we add stars? I think I'm gonna add some texture to this, kind of over top when I'm done. And so I don't know how much you'll end up seeing the stars, because I don't want them to be like super obvious. Just really subtle. And if I do really subtle stars, then you're not gonna see them when I add texture over top. So I'm kind of torn. A twinkle or two. Okay, well maybe we'll save that to the end. And just do like, see what it looks like with the texture, and then we can add some stars. Crowd says yes, and I saw that you were live. In fact, I immediately logged on. Oh, that's so nice. Corrado's, I guess I should let everybody know about all the streamers we have in the chat. Corrado and Sean are both streamers on Behance, so be sure to go check them out. They are Corrado does a lot. You do a lot of stuff on like the iPad. Corrado also does a lot of illustration work, so go check that out. And then Sean kind of does a little bit of everything, so go check out Sean's streams as well. Sean streams during the week. Corrado kind of streams. You stream in the morning usually. I don't know if you have like specific days that you stream, but yeah. Corrado, I love Corrado's like stream graphics, like intro and outro, by the way. I think they're great. Every time I see them, I'm like, I get the brief desire to do something fancier with mine, but then I'm like, I don't really want to go down that route right now. Got enough going on. Do I really? Gosh, I don't know. I've used Kick before, so I don't think I'm going to use that one. Any of these fonts that say BN in front of them, by the way, are Brandon Nickerson fonts. They're some of my favorites, so. And his fonts are super reasonably priced. Like, they're not expensive. So I definitely love. A lot of the fonts I have, this Barrett Reed, the one that I showed here, Briar, also not expensive. Not super expensive. The other one I like are Yeah Right Type, is another one, so. One of my favorite font. Places to buy fonts, let's just say. Ooh, this one might look nice. Let's try this. It's a little silly. It's a little too silly. Say again, BN Sport. Brandon Nickerson, who has done work for Target. Not that that's, you know. If you want to check it out. If you got a shop on that site, you'll be able to see all of the fonts. And if you sign up for his newsletter, he sends out emails whenever he'll do like a font for free for 24 hours. And so if you sign up for his email, like right now he has BN Hillside is $0, so you can download that. But if you sign up for his newsletter, you'll actually get an email when he like releases a new font, and it's usually like once a week or once every few days. And then yeah, he does good sales. Like some of these are like $7, $10. Some are more expensive, but in general they're good. They're good fonts. And then the other one is Yeah Right Type. Let me just grab that one. Also very reasonable fonts. This is actually, I think Yeah Right Type is where I got both of the fonts for, I think we are using them for, oh no, I take that back. We're using a Brandon Nickerson font for, Peristyle. But the, Yeah Right Type is the foundry where I got the font for, buildings and food. And I don't remember which one it is, so. But they're just nice. I don't know, they're nice, clean fonts. They've got a little, you know, like some nice personality. Yeah Right Type's a little bit more expensive, but if you, you know, if there's a couple that you particularly like, I would say they're worth the splurge. And then the other one is the Barrett Reed. I think that he's on Gumroad. I'm copying these into the chat, so if you're watching this on the replay, if you DM me, I will let you know the websites, or I can add them. Yeah, here we go. And that's where I got Briar from. So. Anyways. Oh, hey, Garrett. Oh, hey. What about this one? No, I don't like the S in those. It's an oddly specific thing to not like. Ooh, actually, let me see what this looks like. I want to try this in Squire. I kind of like that. How do we feel about that? Does it go with? It kind of makes Yoann's work look a little bit smaller, but we have to do something with this anyways to make it stand out. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with that yet. We try something else. I like the style of this one. Let's see. Let's try Yeah Right Type. I only have one script font from Yeah Right Type. Which I'm not digging. I'll show you one of my favorite fonts from Yeah Right Type. Oh, do I not have it on here? Oh, I do. This is one of my favorite fonts. And I love the name too. It's called Shishito. It's a good one. We might be able to go with this one. I don't think I've used it in any of Yoann stuff yet. I like Shishito and Shishitos. It's a good font. Like, there's just some nice fonts. Some good fonts. Alright, let me try one more. That one felt like too much. I know. I wanted some. I liked the like retro script font look of it, but I don't think it was the right. It didn't pair with the other fonts either. Okay, I do think I like Briar. I do think I'm gonna have to do something else with this to make it stand out. And I don't want to just like box it, you know? I don't know. What can we do with that? The Chipsong font is also a lot. I like that one. I like the a lotness of it. Corey's not a fan. We can try something else. We have to try a different placement. You know, I went with this. Because I thought it would be a nice placement. We could try something else. Now I'm thinking how I would handle this. Let's do aligning it to a key object here. I haven't asked you, Sean saying I haven't asked you yet, will be taking part in my challenge. I haven't gotten a chance to like thoroughly watch any of those streams about the light and art. Let's take a look. For those of you that don't know, like I mentioned, Sean is also a streamer on Behance and has periodically does like community challenges. They always look like they're a lot of fun. I know you're doing like you're giving away a CC subscription. So if you go and participate in Sean's, go watch the replays like I need to do. I've got like bits of them, but I haven't been able to like sit down and focus on like watching the whole thing through. I'm trying to find your Discord, Sean. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. I don't know why, because the icon was just completely missing me. There's a challenge in there that you can participate in, a community challenge. Here we go. Yeah, you're giving away a year, 12-month CC subscription. Sean's giving away for that. I don't think I don't have Discord open on this computer. Let me make sure I've got, yes I do. I have it open now. Okay, give me a second. I'll pull up the image to show y'all. Okay, I'm getting there. Everybody. I just had to open it up over here. And then I have to find the challenges, and then open it up over here. Okay. So, Sean's Light and Art Community Challenge here. You can win a 12-month CC subscription. I don't think I can, though, Sean. I think I'm disqualified from that. And bug stickers and cards. Alright, well, that would be... I'm into it. But whenever Sean does these, Sean comes up with all of these, like, ideas or, like, notes for you. So to like give you kind of an idea of what you could create with it. So it's just, they're just like fun little, you can see, I'm gonna pull what some other people have done so far for it. So you just submit, your work, whatever you think fits the challenge. Oh yeah, this is Chocolita's bug stickers. Those are gorgeous, by the way. I have a couple of these bug stickers, and they're like holographic beetles. They look so good with the holographic material. I don't know if that's like printed or like holographic paper that you print it on, but anyways, go check it out. Maybe I'll participate. I do like bioluminescent things. We'll see. We call him the Bug Pack, yeah. Oh, Corado's gonna participate. Well, there you go. So if you want to go check this out, you can join Sean's Discord. I don't have a link handy. Or just grab it from Sean's Behance. And yeah, you can join that channel and see what everybody's doing and participate if you want. Looks like there's also a hashtag if you prefer social media versus Discord. Alright. Corey thinks this type is a little bit too much. So, I guess we can continue on our journey to find something that isn't so too much. I really liked this one, though. For shame. Let's try some of these other ones I have. Yeah, I don't like the one here. Let's see. I don't think I've used this one. That's a little too fun. Although, I might like this for Yoann's name. What do we think? Shishito or Jin, which also has a great name. Jin? I feel like it fits the style maybe a bit better. Let me know. Much more readable. You think for both? You think Shishito for that? And Jin for the other one? I changed Chipsong Book Volume 12 to Jin. And then I just thought I would like it with Yoann's name instead. No. Okay. I have the art director in the background. With highly opinion art director in the background, by the way. I actually have a couple versions of Jin. I also have a rounded version. Do we like round or angled? I think more angular. Alright, kind of like that. Although, like I said, now I'm kind of second guessing this. I feel like it's too close. Almost the same weights, almost the same size. All caps. It's like one of those things we were talking about the other day, like a tangent kind of a thing. You don't want that. You take a look through. Let's see if I have something from Yeah Right type that's a little thinner. We have this one. I don't think that works. You like the contrast between the rounded art and the angled font. Yeah, I thought that that thought did run through my mind that the actual artwork we're doing is actually quite got a lot of ooh, hello. Thank you for rolling through all of my fonts. Like round edges, because that's just my personal preference and style. So I thought maybe the rounded at first, but it makes it look a little bit too playful. I want it to be playful, but not like in an aggressive way. You do a compressed font. No, I don't like that. Not this one. This one? Actually, I think that might work. I do like that combo. This is Lady Victory. I don't remember what this one was. Alright, I think that's what we're gonna go with. The other question then becomes angled or not. Or we go a different route. How we handle this type. Keep hiding and showing the wrong thing. Well, that's not a decision I need to make now. I can make it later. As long as we have fonts. Okay, I'm gonna do the next thing I'm gonna do. Oh, Moad, welcome! And thank you, Moad and Tanjil, for the nice words about my work. Alright, I think I am gonna add these bits here next. Yes, I know we have to get back to that. But I want to add the... what do you call these? I might actually just take these, steal them from the background as a starting point. And just get rid of these. Ooh, but these are going to need to be dark. Also going to need to clean them up quite a bit. Maybe we do just go with our originals here. But I do want to have layers. So I'm going to merge these. Oh, I know what's going on here. I think I used the, there we go. I used the, what's the word I'm looking for? Alt. I made a compound path. I held down Alt and so do a little bit of cleanup here like this. I think I hold on shift. I forgot the shortcut the last time too. There's a way to like hold down shift and remove points and keep the. I just switched to the remove anchor point tool. If you hold on shift and click, it's gonna try to keep the original angle. But I don't want as many points because it's gonna be difficult to round out my corners and get these kind of like softer shapes. Here, for example, I've got like 2 points slightly overlapping. I'm not distracted. I just want to focus on one thing at a time. And let's actually copy this. I'm going to do this in layers. I'm going to put this behind. It's a little bit larger. Do this way. Corano's headed out. Goodbye, Jack. Have to go. Well, thanks for joining, Corano. It's nice. It's nice to see you. Again, I haven't seen you in a while. So appreciate you stopping by. All right, so I've got a little bit going on in the background. Let's make a copy here. A little bit of adjustment here so they're not exactly the same. I'm looking for a setting. Hold on. Shouldn't be hiding in the corner radius. General Kenobi. Fancy seeing you here. How you doing? How you doing? Alright, I think that's good for like background, and then I'm gonna add like lighter ones, I think, to the foreground. Might need to add like one more dark. One more dark shape to this. I should have said hello there. Yeah. Oh, Biola too! Oh my goodness. So many friends joining. It's nice to see everybody. What are you all up to on this Friday? Getting ready for the weekend? I'm not interfering with Adobe Live yet, am I? I think that's looking good. I'm trying to build up these layers so that I can have like the lighter smoke over top. Similar to this. I might have to go dark all the way, actually. Let's just leave it. Let's leave it at this. I'm gonna change this a little bit now that I've got this figured out. Okay, I'm just gonna... I like the way it looks on the other side, so I'm just gonna keep them relatively the same. Only minorly different. No lives today. No? Really? Really? I mean, I'm not doubting you. I just didn't know that there weren't any. Not even any encores? Oh no, look at that. That's right, they're preparing for the holiday streams next week. Oliver said, I thought Ryan said he was doing some Friday streams again, but nothing in the schedule, so I guess not. Yeah, Ryan has been doing the Friday streams, so. I thought that was going to be the case, but I guess not. No lives today. Alright, now I want to add... I'm going to figure this out. Let me just grab one of these. I just want to see something. Alright, let's go back to our... Got our background elements. I'm going to go back to where I had these in the foreground, which is here. And I'm going to make sure that all of this is dark. Not dark pink. Let's go purple. Purple. We're just going to make this all dark. I'm just testing it. I might make new shapes for this, but for now I want to see what this looks like in general. I don't want it to start to look muddy. That's my fear. And I do want to actually expand this. So I can get rid of this little bit here. Alright, so got a little bit of... Actually, let's just see what this looks like. I'm gonna delete this out for now. Yeah, see, I'm worried about this getting muddy. I'm gonna have to probably make this a lot darker. So let's go 25. 5. And I have this too. I think I already had it pretty high. Okay. Let's delete that. Nope. Nope. Let's not delete that. Hang on. Let's bring this up. I like how I was like, I'm gonna use a shape builder for this, and then I've just used Pathfinder the whole time. Also, Umacorn's here. Welcome, Umacorn. Umacorn's also streaming here at Behance. Yeah, I think we need to probably go. I don't think this is it, but I think if we want to add this, it would have to be a lot darker. Isn't Turpin, General Kenobi saying, isn't Turpin that Grand Moff guy, or Tarkin? Is that a Star Wars reference? I'm not kidding. Yeah. I am a big Star Wars fan, General Kenobi. Although I would say that Nick and Corey, my two mods, are probably bigger Star Wars fans, especially, gosh, I don't know, Nick or Corey. Which one's bigger Star Wars fan? Probably Nick.
Are you kidding? How many lightsabers do I own?
You own no lightsabers, but Nick does own several. I own cheap plastic ones from the 90s. But yeah, I would say Nick's probably a bigger Star Wars fan. That being said, I did read a couple of the books in my younger days. I'm just not up on all of the lore. I know there's a lot of books, and I only read a handful of them. And the ones that I read are now kind of out of canon because they were all about, like, it was like post the original trilogy, which is like when Luke and Leia and Han, they all have kids, and none of those kids are canon anymore. So there's that. So the books that I read aren't even relevant anymore. But I was a big Star Wars fan. Yeah, I remember Gareth. Gareth built my own full-size remote-controlled BB-8, 3D printed, of course. Didn't you share a picture of that somewhere? I feel like I saw it, and I don't remember where I saw it. So, please do remind us of that. And I do want to put it in front of the guitar. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you building your own full-size remote control BB-8. Yes, in Discord somewhere. And didn't you get a picture with... I feel like you brought it somewhere. I'm just over here making up lore about Gareth. I'm trying to remember. Okay, I'm gonna scale this side down. I'm gonna add a couple more. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use this as a base. I'm gonna just make a different version of it. And I also realized I needed to make these round at the bottom. Anyway, so yes, I'm a big Star Wars fan, although I'm not as big as I used to be, probably. Just because there are a lot of books out there. I need, like, what's the word I'm looking for? And like a field guide or something, an overview. I'm sure there's somebody's wrote one. Alright, let's add, delete out this. It's like this. I'm gonna just make like a new set of shapes, just kind of loosely following my original. I want it to look a little bit different. I don't want to use like a carbon copy on both sides. So we're gonna just add some circles back in here. Sean says, I'm a huge fan. I also loved it when they went looking in search of Spock. I'm also a big Star Trek fan. So, you know, I should probably grab... I'm not going to be able to grab it. Odari did a Jedi version of me, which is behind me, that you can normally see when I'm on Adobe Live. But I don't have it right in front of me at the moment. Let's do this. You also like Khan Solo. I'm a big, I used to have, my desktop background for the longest time was actually an illustration I did of Dr. McCoy. I'm a big fan of that character in particular. It's getting a little too fluffy. Let's pull some of this out. I don't want too many shapes. Cut some of them. Okay, that looks good. Merge this. Not the background shape. Just merge this. And we'll make this match. Some of these points to make my life easier. Holding down shift to keep the shape. So what's happening? Oh, Rick's here. Lots of folks join in. I don't normally do these Friday streams. They've kind of become a new thing for me. But we may continue if you all are enjoying and you come hang out if this time works for everybody. I've got about maybe a little bit less. Okay. Half an hour left-ish. I do want to get these clouds in the foreground done though, so make some good progress on this. So you know, we will see. It's not set in stone. Let's pull this out. I'm gonna pull a bit much. Let's do something like that, and then we'll add a couple shapes. Couple of these around in general. Make these slightly lighter. We'll do like 15. Tangeal, please don't ask people to visit your Behance. If people want to check out your work, they can just click on your profile and be able to see it. There's really no reason to call attention to it. Pull this back a little bit more. Let's go with 20. Group either side. I'll do a group over here, a group over here, and then I can just a little bit. Go. I don't know what the chat is talking about. Apple devices? Okay, there we go. I think that's looking pretty good. I could kind of continue to layer that up, but the hive mind, I mind. BLS says I'm sitting in front of a Lenovo, an iMac, an iPhone, an AirPods, an iWatch. Yeah, I've got my PC, which is custom. Or my desktop is, well, that's Windows, but it's custom. It's like not a brand of computer. It's you know, because PCs are replaceable parts. So I've got my Windows desktop. I've got my MacBook. 2 monitors, Android phone, and an iPad right in front of me. So all of the full spectrum of various major operating systems, I guess. Okay. I want to think about what I want to do next. Penny's here! Oh my goodness. I love that there are so many folks joining in the chat. So nice to see all of you. All the familiar faces. Sam says, thanks, Rick. I'm having a break on buying new tech stuff right now, but my Mac is soon passing 5 years, won't be long, and I've considered a PC instead. It really depends on your, personal use case. With streaming, my Windows PC is the workhorse. It handles all of the, I just realized that my webcam is, really out of color. Let me fix it. Let me see if I can fix it. There we go. That's better. It's a little bit better. It's very early here, so we don't have a lot of sun, so I'm getting a lot of blue light, but I think that's a little bit better. I don't think that it's getting color corrected quite right. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's my workhorse. And then I'm working on my Mac, so. But the PC is handling the stream. It's the blue hour. Yeah, for real. It would probably be better if I actually closed this. I would get maybe less blue light. Let's see. It might just be the blue hour. I don't know. It's winter. Winter is here. I match my stream graphics with the blue light. Here it is already dark. Oh my gosh. On my desk at the moment, Gareth says 27-inch iMac, MacBook Pro, Wacom, or Wacom, however you pronounce that one, iPhone, iPad Mini, and a prop dock for a Windows laptop, and a watch on my wrist, when everything is on, for a total of 9 screens. Yeah, I don't have the watch. I have never gotten into the watches. Let me know if that's something I should get into. iPad Pro. Yeah, sorry, correction there. I have never done the watch thing. Let's do this. I've done the Garmin watch thing, so like I've done like the sporty watch thing, if that makes sense. Let's just path here. But not the like everyday notifications and apps on my wrist type of a thing. I like that. To be honest, I don't really see a difference between my old Watch 4 and the new. The thing is, like, I don't ever find a need to, like, have to do anything on a watch. It was handy when I was, like, for, like, running, right? But, like, other than that, I don't really find a need to, like, do anything on a watch. But let me know how you use it and if it's something I should consider. I get annoyed already when my phone rings or makes noises, so having another thing that I have to worry about when I'm live streaming, like going off, makes it just, I can't. I've already got too many things with notifications. Groovy tunes. Yes, this is Yoann Turpin's music is what's in the background, and that's currently whose work we're working on, or art we're making for Chipsong Book Volume 12. So we're making our way very slowly because I keep chatting. It's nice it has an extra button you can customize, but it's worth the double the price. We're talking about the new watches. Sean's waiting for Fresco on the watch to come out. Yeah, Garrett's saying I find it handy for WCGs with my heart. ECG is when my heartbeat races while sitting still. Yeah, I could see that because, like, if you have, like, a need to know, like, certain health information, I think that, in that situation, like, health reasons, like, running, you know, like, if you have, you know, a condition where, like, knowing your heart rate, your, you know, resting heart rate is, like, important, I could see that, like, as a reason. But for, like, answering phone calls, I don't think I'm gonna do that. You know? That's just me personally. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. If I had fresco on a watch, I could draw just by waving my arm about. Or is that a question? Oliver's saying, if I had fresco on a watch, could I draw just by waving my arm about? You never know. You never know. That Adobe. Could be. The chat is just making me laugh so much right now. General Kenobi says, Oliver, you think you're some kind of Jedi waving your hand around like that? I'm just remembering, like, back to when Google Glass came out. Garrett says, I think I've answered a total of 3 calls with my watch. All I couldn't access my phone. Yeah, that, yeah. Let's see. The other comment that was making me laugh is Stian's telling Oliver that would look so crazy being a street artist. That made me chuckle. I want like a little ribbony thing here. Let's see. Oh, it's so annoying. It didn't like close that off. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. Oh. Darth Oliver. No! Maybe not. I thought it would be nice to have like some wispy bits, but this looks just kind of crazy. I don't like that. Nope, I don't like it. This is when I get in my own way and in thinking that like, this should have more. I should add more to this. And like, really, it doesn't need more. And so I should stop on ahead. Oh, I do kind of like that. You laugh now, but then when it comes out and we're all drawing on watches. I'm gonna be like, chat, remember when you said that this wasn't... when you predicted that this was gonna be a thing? Remember, chat? Okay, this side is not doing it for me. It started out well, and then it went downhill. I need to fix that, but I like the left side so much better than the right. Like a little water molecule here. That's what it looks like to me. It's giving chemistry. I promise at some point we will get back to adding speakers. I know I've been putting it off, but I really wanted to see what this looked like all together. You know what I mean? Before I moved on to that. Alright, let's make sure these are in our groups as well. Copy this one into our group over here. Try to keep things organized. I try. Is that Mickey Mouse in the cloud? Yeah, that's an unintentional Mickey. Or a water molecule. I was going for a water molecule, but we could always merge it with this. Let's see, where did I put that? Oh, I put it over there for no apparent reason. Okay, we can always do this. And then no, it's Yoda with earmuffs and space. Or space buttons. And get rid of the Mickey. It's still kind of there though. I'm gonna put this inside of a clipping mask. So that's easier to see. Let's make sure we've got all of this group too. Shape added in. So now I'm going to undo all of that. And I'm just going to leave it. Next here. How's it going? Late to the party, but that's okay. But yes, happy Friday. How did this get moved? How did you get moved? Let's fix you. Just gonna align these points to the... They're so close that it's not gonna matter if I just kind of scooch them over. I want these to be a little bit more subtle. Okay, that looks good. I'm liking this. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. What should we move on to next? In 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes to move on to something. Something else. I want to let the clouds go for now and not touch them anymore. because I want to like come back to it later and see if I want to make any changes. So I want to move on to something else. Do the fonts. We did Yoann's. We did the clouds. We settled on fonts. I still haven't decided on the placement. I can't decide angled or not. I'm not a big fan of the angled. I don't know. We can have to figure that out. I think it needs to be in something, or like have some accents to give it some emphasis. For sure. I do like it like this. Oh my gosh, if I unhide the wrong thing one more time. I just think it looks a bit like it just looks more like I skewed it and nothing else for now. Maybe something will come to us with the speakers. Let me make sure. I don't need these clouds anymore. Those are done. Goodbye. Oh, I need to figure this situation out. With the scaffolding. This is just the sketch. We need to add some speakers. I need to figure out how detailed I want to get with the speakers. Let's see. Maybe we could just block them in for now. Loosely with like just some boxes. Since I don't know that we're gonna have time to like deal with everything. Get them all drawn up and stuff. I wish I had like a better maybe they can just be speakers. Doesn't matter. They don't need to be like specific. Although some in the chat's gonna be like, that's not the right kind of speaker. I can feel it. So let's just make a new layer here. Make a new layer. Hold on. I'm gonna say these are what is this called? Ignition clouds. And then we're gonna do that way our guitar is all on one layer still. And then I'm gonna move my call it speakers. Skeepers. Speakies. I can't spell. Alright. And do they have perspective on them? So many questions. I feel like you wouldn't. So if we look at our buttons, right, we're kind of seeing them from an underneath perspective. So I guess we might see a little bit of perspective on these. Just like a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. General Kenobi saying, you're gonna find that perspective depends greatly on your own point of view. General Kenobi always coming in with the quotable life advice, much like General Kenobi. And like, should we have some like I'm really struggling with this part. I'm not gonna lie. Let's figure out how this looks. No, it won't need to be 100%. Or should they just kind of be chilling down here? I don't know. Or maybe these are speakers and we can do like an amplifier type of a deal. Take a look at a Marshall amp and maybe copy that. Yeah. That's my only real concern, is making sure that this, like, logically makes some degree of sense. Okay, add like some chords around things. Maybe? Let's see, where should I look? I'm sort of like on the line of like realistic in terms of like logical and totally fantastical. I don't want to like put a bunch of stuff in just for the sake of filling space. I'm just not familiar enough with like speaker PA situation. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on this, but I'm thinking compositionally, maybe not color-wise, but compositionally this might be okay. Let's kill these colors. Something that doesn't feel so pink. also don't want the speaker stuff to take away from the existing. Oh my gosh. Artwork, if that makes sense. I suppose if we wanted to, then we could do something with like a speaker. This is not it, but something behind this. Since we've already kind of layered the music, and then we're kind of taken away from the, you know, the background though. So maybe not. Don't know. I've got a fever and the only cure is more guitar. Welcome, Megan. Unfortunately, Megan's saying all guitar all the time. Forget about that cowbell. Well, this is like a rocket guitar. This one's launching into space, so. Compositionally, I like it. Will it be too much? I don't know. That's yet to be seen once we get into it, but it doesn't make sense. I've got some advice from RB about speakers. Speaker boxes usually have three speakers in it with a mesh. Maybe use that as a reference. Yes. Unfortunately, Megan, I am about to hop off since I've been on since about 8. So it's been about 2 hours, and I'm also like right at the point where I kind of want to step away for a little bit and then come back and say like, do I like what I have done here? Do I want to change some things? So that's where I'm at. Sorry, too much coffee. No worries. It's early. I don't know what time it is. It's 10 a.m. for me, so I know it's still early. I think for some people it's even earlier in the chat. So, and then other people it's like late at night. So very confusing. Time zones are confusing. Megan says it's a hello goodbye. Well, I'm glad I got to say hello. 8:03. Yeah, early times. Which means I start at 6 a.m. your time, Megan. All right, that's gonna be it for today, and I'm gonna be working on this tomorrow as well. Tomorrow will be focused on the speaker situation and the scaffolding and getting all of that done. And then once we get all of that figured out, we'll just go over and do like a final touches on everything and get the type set nicely. And then we'll do some texture over top of everything, and we'll see about the stars. I'm telling you this so that like when I go tomorrow and I'm like, what am I doing? I can just rewatch the last 2 minutes of this and remember. Why are you laughing? Corey's laughing because he knows I'm gonna forget. And I'm just gonna start tomorrow and be like, let's work on this. And everybody will be like, why are you working on that, Jack? You said you were gonna work on that tomorrow. At least I'm consistent. And at least I got a stream in today. It's been a while. I'm still very blue. I don't know what is with the lighting in here. I need to make some adjustments to I might need to color correct my camera. I don't know what's going on. Sorry about the blue. But I match, like I said, I matched the stream graphics. This shirt is orange, by the way. Like bright orange. And it looks like yellow. So. Anyways. Penny says, yay, loving it, Jack. Great stream. Thank you. Yes, Corey sharing all of the information. Be sure to check out, I've got a ton of stuff in the description as well for all of the links to all the moderator stuff. And it looks very peach. I don't know what's going on with the lighting. I don't know. I had this issue yesterday and I was able to fix it a little bit, but not today. Anyways, Tangiel, thank you. Thank you all for hanging out in the chat. I'll just go down the list and do a big thanks to everybody. Thanks to our mods, Corey and Nick, for holding down the fort. Also, I want to do a shout out to all of the streamers that we had joining us today. We had Corrado, we had Sean, I'm forgetting somebody very important. Umacorn. All streamers on Behance, so go be sure to follow them and give them some support as well. I know that Sean and Corrado both stream during the week, and then Umacorn streams on the weekends. But also thank you to, we had a lot of folks join this morning, which is always a lot of fun. We had our Shia, Barbara, Biola, Dennis, Gareth, General Kenobi, nice to see you. Katarina joined for a little bit. I don't know if Katarina's maybe working and lurking now. Megan, Moad, Nezreen, Nick, Oliver, Benny, RB, Sean. Some of these are repeats. Stian, Tanjil, Umacorn, and then Rick. Thank you all. I'll be back tomorrow. Sean. Biola, is there a story behind the Sean spelling? Sean? I've seen you do it a couple times now, and I think I maybe missed the inside joke. Yeah, so many people. Very Pantone 2024, Megan. Oh yes, that's what I was going for. That's what I was going for. Unintentional. Unintentionally, I have matched the 2024 color of the year today. Which I'm just gonna come out with a hot take on the end of the stream that I hate that color. Anyways, I'm sorry if you like it. If you like it, they make colors are different colors for everyone. Let's just say, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Anyways, happy Friday. Yes, if I don't see you the rest of this weekend, have a great weekend and start to your week next week. Where I'm sure I'll post when this is finished, so you can see the final work if you don't join. That's all I've got. I don't know. That's all I've got. Happy holidays. Stian says it's fine for some use, but let's not pretend we need another beige. We don't need another beige. We don't need more sad beige. We've had 2023 was the year of sad beige, and I don't know why we're trying to carry that into 2024, but here we are. Peach thumbs down. All right, well I'm glad I'm not alone. I guess my hot take wasn't so hot, since everybody agrees with me. All right, I'm really gonna get off now. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'm gonna try to get back into regular streaming since it's been a chaotic couple of weeks. But I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you hopefully later. Bye, everyone.